Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's Up Wednesdays with your host, Polished Gaming. Without further ado, we'll show the games this week. We've done quite a few in terms of Xbox. For this week, we've got Wild Seas. That's a tower defense game. That's basically pretty much you've got a base that you're trying to protect. You can set up turrets, everything like that. It's instead of moving along a path, some of the tower defense games go along a path. This one's pretty much just fixated on one position, fixed to one position, and you pretty much got to try and stop them from getting in. You can attack yourself, but you kind of want to stay back, and otherwise you get you do take a lot of damage. So you're pretty much just allowing the turrets to do their job. That was a 2000 gamer score there. Next one here is Shy Dog's Hidden Orchestra. Now this one was a really underrated gem, like really absolutely fun. It's basically like a Where's Wally kind of thing. You're trying to find all the dogs, but there's a bit of a kind of niche element that I've never seen before, kind of a new element that I've never seen anyone do it. So it's definitely its own league. It's pretty much every time you actually find a dog, it will put it basically onto the bottom, and they've all got their own instruments. Now you can, once you get them all, it is quite an intense mess. It's because you're putting everything in there. There's drums, there's sax, there's piano, there's your trumpet, there's a lot of flute, the triangle, there's quite a lot of cymbals and everything like that. So when you get it all together, it's kind of messed, but you can actually individually click them, which you have to do for achievements. But when you individually click them, some of the songs that you're getting, one of them was I was just playing with just pure cymbals and flute and piano, and it was just absolutely almost like, it was a really good song. Like, to be honest, it's almost wondering if someone's actually kind of gone to the point of trying to make their own tracks from it. So yeah, really interesting one. That's a puzzle game there for Shy Dogs, and that's a 2000 gamer score. Next one here is Sokomage. Now, this one here is another puzzle game. One of those ones where you're up, down, left, right. You got to move them along into their respective positions. Nothing to really write home about. It's another puzzle game that's worth 2000 gamer score. Now, this next one, Survive, or 2 Survive, because it's got a 2 at the front of it, is another tower defense game similar to Wild Seas. You pretty much, but you're in the zone here, and you're stopping everyone from getting in line. You don't have turrets. You've just got guns. You've got everything like that. You can. Oh no, actually, you do have turrets. Sorry, you do have turrets, but they're disengaged. You've got to engage them, and of course, they do take damage. You've got to repair them. You can repair them up to specific things. It's another tower defense game. Pretty simplistic. 2000 game score. Very easy there. This next one here, Kick It Bunny, is part of this Bunny franchise series that I've got. There's like Kick It Bunny. Oh, I'm trying to think of the other ones. I should have actually written them down. Kick It Bunny, Bunny Factory, Bunny Shove It, I think. There's a few of them, and they're absolutely garbage. They do not tell you how to play the game. You jump into the game very, very blind. This one, probably out of all of them, was the most fun. It was more enjoyable because it was actually more of an open world, and you weren't fixated on just trying to do pure puzzles. Like Bunny Factory was the worst. That was like 100 levels of pure just grind your gears. Have to look up the videos. Most of them didn't have videos for them, so you're pretty much having to do it on your own and freeball it and give it a go and hope you get it. But it's a lot of gamer score, 5,000 gamer score, relatively easy, done in around about 3.5 hours. Sometimes some people go for 6, but it's pretty easy. 5,000, nothing to write home about. One of those other ones that's just really, it's all there for the gamer score, Now, this next one here, Lil Gator Game. Now, I had already played this a while back. I had only done it just to get a couple of achievements because I needed one to keep my streak alive. Then I kind of got a little bit frustrated with how weird it was. I went back to it recently to try and finish and get to 1,000. Absolutely loved the game. Really fun game. Really kind of adventure-like. You got to go and get all your friends into the playground. It's got some interesting elements to it, interesting power-ups. Nothing's really out to harm you or anything like that. You're pretty much, everything is cardboard, and you're pretty much breaking it down to sell off for your piece of paper. So it's really fun. I highly recommend it. It was on Game Pass. Not too sure if it still is. That's 1,000 gamer score there, but really fun game. Now, this next one here is also a really interesting game. Listeria Wars. Now, it's a tower defense game in a sense. More of a kind of like, tower defense in the sense you're not allowed to let them get past otherwise. But you've got a little screen at the top here where it basically shows you you as a person, and you're walking around, all 8-bit graphic, 8-bit graphics and kind of stuff like that, retro graphics. And then at the bottom, you've got a whole intestinal tract, I guess, and you're pretty much stopping the germs. You're putting in turrets in place, and your turrets are pretty much the the enzymes in this, not enzyme, they're pretty much the path things that basically take away pathogens. I can't think of it for the life of me at the moment. Red blood cells, white blood cells, whatever. But yeah. So you're pretty much stopping the infection from getting. But if you let it get past, first you fart, then you vomit, and then you poop yourself, and then you die. And so it's quite a fun game. You do have to poop yourself, I think, 20 times for the achievement. No, 30 times for the achievement. So that was a little bit fun letting it go through. But I went through 14 levels to get all the achievements, and it was fun. It was quite fun because just the more lines to watch the person actually slowly get worse in health. And it's kind of like what happened with COVID. Like, you're bedridden, next thing, you're slowly getting over it, you're coming back to, and then there's ones where he's going through the park and I almost let too many through, and he's on the 14th day, he's starting to mend, next thing he's like, oh, I'm like, oh no, because if you let too many through, you start it, but he can survive it as long as he doesn't go to zero. Fun game. 3,000 gamer score, tower defense game out there, the Listeria Wars. And the next one here is Ravva and the Cyclops Curse. Just finished playing that today. Just a little platformer. It's really kind of reminiscent of Dig Dug in a sense. You've kind of got different power-ups to either dig, shoot high, shoot normally, and then you got Sane to find hidden objects. All right game, not too bad. Very easy to complete. It was just basically about 6 levels, getting through the forest and the desert. Yeah, 1,000 game score. Really cheap, that one. It was only $1.49, so I thought I'd grab it. And that's it for the Xbox achievements this week. That gives me a total of 18,000 gamer score this week. That puts me at 1,120,705 gamer score. So I'm getting up there, starting to push up into that 1.5 mil, like I'm really getting up there. All right, and now the next one here is another game that I played this week. Not necessarily this one. I didn't play the PlayStation version, but this week on Game Pass was the Crash Insane Trilogy. Now I thought I'd torture myself and give it a go because I was back in the day. I did platinum everything in terms of relics on Crash Bandicoot 3. I only got golds on 2 and 1. So now I'm going back. I don't have to platinum them for all the achievements, but I do have to gold them. And there is a special level that comes out that is, I can't remember what it's called, Stormy. It's basically DLC that was something that was taken out of the original game here. That taken out of the original because of the fact that it was just deemed too hard by whoever created it. What was it, Naughty Dog at the time? They were pretty much like, no, and it is ridiculous. The relic is 4 minutes 30. I will be cranking it. That is one of the achievements here, and it's not part of getting all the. You only have to get 26, which there is 26 levels in this. So that's the first part of it because you've got 1,000 for Crash 1, 1,000 for Crash 2, and 1,000 for Crash 3. I get the feeling I'm going to really blitz through Crash 3. Crash 2 I never really played, so I'm really enjoying it at the moment. I'm having a bit of frustrating moments, but I've already passed like levels like the one when you're on the bridge. That's absolutely easy for me. It's all about muscle memory and just continually going. Did learn a little bit of a lesson on using the analog stick for this game. It's like it wasn't kind of ported over and directly. The controls aren't great, so you still have to use the D-pad if you really want fine controls. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself. Because it's a 3D-esque kind of game, so you're pretty much like 2D, but it does go into aspect. It does go straight ahead, and it does go sideways, side-scrolling and forward-scrolling. But the thing is, when you're side-scrolling, you can go a little bit back and forward, so you can miss up jumps and stuff like that if you're using the analog stick, because sometimes you kind of lean a little bit. So yeah. I'm having some fun with it. I will most likely be playing this game for a couple of weeks. Most likely my next week will be Crash Bandicoot 2 because hopefully I'll be finished that. If it isn't, I'll be playing another game and putting it in its place. So yeah, not a bad game. Absolutely love Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, it's I'll be enjoying it until I'm not enjoying it, if you know what I mean. Those kind of platformers can really grind your gears. Now, this week for the Olympics as well, we've just finished the Olympics, and it's what an amazing feat. I think it was our tied equal for medals, which was 10 gold, 7 silver, 3 bronze, and 20 in total. Now, 20 for that is our tied equal, but it's our record for golds. 10 golds is the first. I believe our last one was either 8 or 9, I think. I think it was 9. But yeah, the one I was talking about last week, the rower, Lisa Carrington, absolutely amazing. I think she done a personal best. I think she took home 3 of the golds. I believe it was 3. well, not her personally, because it was, I think it was, one of them was doubles, the Coxless two, the Coxless pair, I think it was called. And yeah, and so, but we've done well. We've done Hamish Kerr. He won in the high jump. Yeah, there's been some amazing ones. We got who was it? We got Kayak. I can't quite remember his name there, but we've done really well in the Olympics. Absolutely proud of New Zealand. Such a small. There was actually someone who done a tally on. I was hearing on the radio that done a tally on it per quota, like per population. So basically, in terms of what we'd be in the top 3 as a country. So that's amazing to really think about that. We really do strive to do our sports and are great down here at it. Now, this puts me to the end here. Now, I will actually, in regards to it, I have been basically putting in the description with this one. This week will be the first time I've done it because I tried to do it last week and it didn't work. So if it's not down there this week, that's the reason for it. But I'm basically going to try to put all the trailers to the games that I'm playing down in the link below. And yeah, basically, and I'll also probably put a link up to my Polished Gaming on True Achievements just for you guys to have a look. I mean, you can look at my ratio and everything like that, completion ratio. What else? Yeah, completion ratio of games that I play. Some of them are pretty bad at the moment because of these games. But yeah, I'll be putting a little bit in the description. Same as my weekly pickups. I'll be putting basically in there exactly what the price of it is for anyone out there that is kind of like wants a little bit of a reference to going off it. I will also let you know in the video if I have paid a little bit over, if I paid a little bit less below market. I kind of won't go to the point of explaining how much the market is. Sometimes I will, like sometimes if I get something for 30 and it's worth 60, I'll let you know, like. But other than that, most of the time, I'm pretty much doing it as a gauge for anyone like that. A little more educational reference purposes. But yeah, that's pretty much me for this week. Yeah, tune in on. Thanks for tuning in on thanks for tuning in on Wednesdays. But of course, in terms of Sundays, it will be more weekly pickups. Kind of a little bit low this week, but I'm hoping some stuff arrives soon. I've got some pretty nice little pickups for pretty nice little pickups for it. But hopefully it picks up a little bit more because I am having a little bit of a struggle getting some games in at the moment. But yeah, that's me for this week, and stay tuned, keep on keeping on, and yeah, we'll see you next time. See you later.